But it's just the way how like
she drove the car.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious because how are you not going to notice a car reversing and coming that quickly? Like, wasn't she just knocked out? But she had.
And even the fact that they like.
I didn't even know she was behind the wheel until later. I'm like, there has to be someone else. Like, who I was interested in who that person was, and then they showed her. I'm like, wait, what? When?
Oh yeah, they killed the driver, didn't
they?
Yeah, but it's just like, why is Kingpin fighting Kate Bishop? Like,
I know what you mean.
Like, what is going on? Like,
that's not where I thought the show was going.
Oh, what do you think of Kate Bishop snitching on her mum?
Yeah, good.
I actually respected that.
Yeah, man. You gotta do what you
gotta do. She put a hit out on her hero.
Yeah,
that's mad.
Yeah, that's true.
That's mad.
Still a mum there.
Oh yeah. Now she's gonna live with Hawkeye.
Innit? Like, that's mad. Like, what do you mean? Like, nah, that's nasty.
What do you think of Jack?
Who's Jack?
Exactly.
That guy.
The guy, the stepdad.
Finish.
Man, what was the whole point of his character?
It's fine, innit? It's fine. Like, he was the switch around, the bait and switch, whatever. Like, oh, you thought he was the villain.
The bait and switch.
Well, he was just nothing. He just could use a sword a bit. That's it.
Yeah,
like,
but we have to get to the lower levels now. Like
NPCs.
That's it. Like, this is where we are. The higher levels of that is Shang-Chi. That's as high as it's gonna go in terms of.
Wait, what?
No, I'm talking about street level stuff. In terms of what
Shang-Chi is not street level.
It is street level, man.
No,
the
are you talking comics or MCU?
I'm talking about as a character. I'm talking about as a character in it. Like,
again,
Shang-Chi is just a fighter in it. Like, let's be
fine. But 10 rings, I'm sorry, he's nowhere near.
I said
skip over.
I said without the rings. People not listening.
Without the rings.
No, I'm talking about.
No.
You see when Shang-Chi first got introduced, yeah, as that's who you like.
Okay, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Street level stuff,
fighting crime. Yeah.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the top tier.
Spider-Man in Queens, basically.
Thank you.
All right.
There we go.
To be fair, I think that's where they're gonna go with like the new trilogy. I think they're gonna start from the Kingpin on the ground shit and then move up to some of the big Avengers level shit. And then he dies there. Miles Morales comes in.
He's done. I think he's done with the big stuff. I think he's done.
Wait, Spider-Man's done with the big stuff.
Yeah, I think
he dies one of those ones.
No, I don't think he dies. I think he just like there'll be the transfer of him and Miles and stuff like that. Something's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna die.
I feel like he'll die
because he's too young to just stop doing it.
No, but it's like what
and there's no one who knows him.
No, but it's Tom Holland did it like Tom Holland. Like,
nah, I think he'll still die though.
Yeah, maybe 15 years. No, not now. But not after this trilogy.
No. Like, yeah,
he's dying after.
Yeah, because he's done with it.
I don't know if he'll
they
die.
Said he was done with the
but
last
I think
one.
he'll be like they're gonna write a story. Maybe he goes to another universe. Something.
They'll put him to the side. He won't die. Like,
I don't know if it's gonna be death, but
die.
he's not gonna be like the main. Like one, like, you're not gonna have two Spider-Mans in MCU.
Yeah, you won't have Miles and him at the same time.
So when Miles comes in, he's off
to him. Like, it's just he's out, and then comes back when he wants to come back. Like, how many times we've been in New York and you've seen Spider-Man? How many times like when you've seen Dead? Like, you can explain that away. It's not that deep. But and then you can just go to Miles and it's like, oh, Miles the new Spider-Man. We don't need Peter anymore.
No, I think he'll die.
I don't think he needs to die.
Well,
talk about Spider-Man.
He will die. Anyway,
yeah. So let's move on to the Spider-Man stuff because there's a lot to talk about. So, I guess just thoughts and feelings on the movie itself. Then I guess we can talk about what's to come, and then also we're gonna cook Doctor Strange. So who wants to start?
What did you think of the film? What was you at 10, guys?
Let's start with Precious because he had like low
I feel like he'll be the worst.
No?
Yeah,
I'll start.
Yeah.
why would I be the worst? Like,
Go on, actually start.
I'll start. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10 because we'll go over the plots and stuff, but initially I'll say 8.5. Okay. It might go down to 8 after this conversation, but we'll see.
9.2 for me.
I mean, let's just go up in 0.5.
what's the point two?
Are you explaining or
No.
Just initial kind of.
I'm gonna say 8, but I'll explain why I'll say an 8.
Okay. Well, you go.
I thought I was going last.
Okay, you go's 9.
Oh, 9. I'm struggling with
7.
Yeah, this guy's going with 4 and 5. Like, what's going on?
I'm struggling between the high 6s.
I'm not that crazy, but I'll give it a solid 8 because I can't decide between like 8 or a 9, and I don't want to do the 0.5.
8.5.
No, I don't want to do the 8.5. Like, I'll give it an 8.
I'm so different.
It's not different. It's just that's not even how I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the things
we need to add +1 because you were saying before that it's not going to be as big as everyone's making out and yada yada, and then you came out saying, Darren, I'm sorry, so we need that +1.
Thank you for that, Darren. Thank you.
I did give it the +1. It was going to be like coming in. This movie was going to be a 7. Coming in, this movie was going to be a 7. I give it, and the reason why I'm even doing the whole thing with 9 and 0.5 is because I had like a bunch of. I had issues with it, so I'm taking it off in like 0.5s. But I think I don't know. A solid 8 is like I'm not fighting anyone who's giving it 8.
Has everyone seen all the Spider-Man films?
Yes,
I've seen all of them.
Yeah. So the only reason I would say I'd give it an 8 is because of the leaks. If I hadn't seen the leaks, this film probably would have been a 9, maybe a 10.
What were you leaked on? What do you got spoiled?
The leaks of the fact that the 3 Spider-Men win it, and the leak about Matt Murdock. Like, if I hadn't seen that, imagine watching that, not expecting that. Like,
yeah, but it wasn't that big of a scene to where like it changes anything.
Bro, everyone in my cinema was screaming, and I was the only one not screaming because I knew it was coming.
I'm saying in terms of like to take points away from a movie, that's not
it
that
has
big of a
to.
reveal.
What?
No, but it's like could you not sense that coming from the fact that they're already bringing this old Spider-Man
if you could sense it coming, between knowing it's coming, it's two very different things. Anticipation, like knowing something's coming, that's a big part of watching the movie.
How did you know? That's you saw the picture.
Bro, we'd seen the pictures of them 3 standing together. The one that we saw when I think in the last battle at the Statue of Liberty, when they're kind of standing in line.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, it was leaked on Twitter.
I didn't see any spoilers. I just knew they were.
No, I'd seen the actual physical pictures,
Yeah,
and then I swear one of you put the picture of Matt Murdock as well in the kitchen. That's another. I know it's not that big, but like Matt Murdock in the kitchen. It was one of you. Yeah, that was you. It was one of you. It was one of you.
Don't try it.
It was one of you. It was one of you.
You went like 4 times after.
But anyway, I saw that before that anyway because it was on Twitter. So those two, and I was like, okay, like if I know it's coming, it's not as shocking when I see it on the screen.
Game of Thrones as well.
Huh?
I see you got spoiled for
Yes, fam. Game of Thrones, Endgame. It's why I was
watching your shows on your phone.
Yeah. No, but to be fair, to be fair,
It'll pop up.
like, to be fair though, the picture of the Spider-Man I'd probably seen like it was like 2 months before the film came out. Like I can't avoid that if I'm being honest. Like I can't just go dark for a whole year off social media.
Why not?
Yeah. What do you mean?
It might actually be healthy.
Yeah, it could. But anyway, that's a different story. But yeah,
that's not really the film's fault. Like,
no, it's not the film's fault.
So say if that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's a 9. Yeah, I'd give it as a 9. But for me watching the movie, like you know the experience, the feeling that I got from it, knowing that those characters were going to be in it, is different to like this girl next to me was screaming like I wish that was me. Like but it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
I had 2 major issues with the movie, hence the whole drop down from the 9.
Go on then, go with your issues then. What's your issues?
Wait, did Anubis say?
No, don't worry.
He
He said it's a 9.
I said 9.
9, okay.
Yeah, like Ned.
But
big
sorry,
issue for me.
wait, sorry. It is the best Spider-Man film, just to put that out there. In my opinion.
100%.
I mean, it had
For
to
me,
be.
yeah.
Wait. Does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
I agree. It had to be.
Easily.
There's no way it couldn't. It's like
Do you
Endgame.
disagree?
Endgame has
I
to be
don't
a good
disagree.
movie.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I just wanted to make sure.
But yeah, go on. What's Ned?
Big L for me in terms of.
Nah, you definitely have an agenda again.
No, let go. I remember him and side characters.
I remember in the cinema, he was like, I hate this character or something.
Yeah, like he's a trash person.
Go.
Think about what he did in Far From Home. Like he told him stay home, man. He's still going out.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track. He betrayed Tom Holland so many. He betrayed Peter so many times. I'm just like, Ned is trash character. So him and giving him magic and all that stuff, like the decisions he was making, Ned is a no for me. And then the other part was
wait. So the fact that Ned has magic is a problem for you.
is a problem.
Why is that?
Because
Problem
why?
for you? No, why is it a problem?
No, explain. No, why does he have magic?
I mean,
Isn't that the mystery? Maybe his grandma's, legacy magic.
Why does he have magic?
why not?
You're right. Why not?
That sounds like a gender.
That's silly.
What's the reason? Why? Like,
Why is
it's not like he had like super magic. Like, he just had.
Why are there 3 Spider-Mans?
That's the seed. They're gonna make him a super magic person. Like it's just I don't like no. Like,
And it's not like it's his first film. It's not like Katie, or it's like
I don't care if it's his first film or not. Like he does not do
Katie?
magic. Like that's not in
Shang-Chi's
that's not in
annoying
Ned's
friend.
thing. Like he doesn't do magic, so why are we doing that?
And it's not like all he was doing was opening portals.
Again, conveniently, why?
It's not like he was doing like the Crimson Bandit Ceterax. He wasn't doing much.
I have a problem with Ned having magic because that's not like, as far as I know, in terms of his character and whatnot. Like, yeah, he's like in comics, it's like he becomes a goblin or whatnot, but that it's not magic. Like
Right,
him and Doctor Strange will do.
No, I'm just saying, people listening.
How is it spoilers?
I don't care for Ned, but I'm just saying. Like,
It's great. It might not
I
come.
think I care about Ned.
Yeah, but they played around it in the movie itself when they said, my best friend like, kills me and whatnot. So it's out there. Outside of that, like again, like him having magic and just being like, it's just a convenient situation. Like I don't like that kind of stuff. So that's that. As far as
if Doctor Strange was on point, this wouldn't be happening. But
problem number 2.
Oh.
Problem number 2. Doctor Strange, like they need to explain his decision making in this movie because it made no sense.
Don't worry, we're cooking him. Don't worry. We're gonna cook him later. We're gonna cook him.
So what is it about Doctor Strange?
They need to explain his decision making in this movie and the fact that like I have a problem. I don't know. Like I can't remember it because we had this discussion when we came out the cinema. I don't know if I had as much of a problem as I have with it now. Like the fact that Spider-Man fisted him up in the mirror realm, wherever that was. I don't know. I can't remember like what my angle was, but that has not aged well with me. Like the fact that Spider-Man.
You said, I think it was you said that because of the maths thing.
Exactly. Like like I was coming out the movie, I was like, oh yeah, I can see that, but I'm not sitting well with that. Like
you're coming to your sense.
No, but even in the argument, I was saying like the fact that he did that was fine. The fact that he stayed there for that long and couldn't come out was a big problem. Whoa. And that for me, like is like it just grows and it's just big. Like you're Doctor Strange. I'm sorry, you shouldn't be having.
He's acting like a under 23 in it, like poor decisions. Getting to the byline, there's no final pass.
That was a big problem for him. But not just that, not just the whole Spider-Man thing, but like again, like the decision to even do the spell in the first place, like and then saying, oh, you couldn't have called them. Why aren't you going through this before you do the spell? Like why are you like going through all of that? Like that.
It sounds like it's the first time you've done that spell, innit?
It sounds like it is the first time he's done that spell. Like he knew about the spell, he knew what to do, but he hasn't actually done it. So
he's done it before for what's it called?
Oh, yeah, he did mention that he'd done it, yeah. But I don't know if it was him. It could have been Wong.
Yeah, he did it for Wong, yeah.
Fair enough. But again, to your novice argument, this like handed over. Like, because then he starts behaving like that. Again, this is where it's like, why are you doing this? And the reason why it's bad for me is because you're going away from where you told me this character was going. As far that's my problem with it. Like Doctor Strange was on this level. Like WandaVision, we're talking about like the only person who knows about the Darkhold is Doctor Strange. Like they're hyping him up. Where did
we see evidence of that? That he was like ascending to that. Like
he was ascending to that because again, like I just mentioned, WandaVision, they're talking about like the only person with those levels of power is Doctor Strange. But even in like the Doctor Strange movie, what do you mean by that? Like, WandaVision, the Darkhold, when they mentioned it, the only person as powerful as Scarlet Witch, they were saying is like the only person who like something about that with the Darkhold.
Yeah.
Like the only person who can be on that level is the Sorcerer Supreme, which Doctor Strange, and we see the levels Wanda was getting. So
at that point, it would have been Wong, isn't it? As
exactly.
we now know,
that's what I'm saying. But again, we don't know all of this at the time. So like that's another point in terms of Doctor Strange's myth and power. You don't like that's one thing, but also in Infinity War, again, they're talking about someone who's like it's gone to the future, seen all these things, is using the stone, fighting head up with Thanos with only one stone. Like that's levels right there. And then even from his own movie, like
I disagree. I'd very much disagree, but we'll get to that.
Like I don't like the way the fight played out in terms of like what we saw in the fight. But again. Canon is he went head over with Thanos.
What other?
It is what it is. Canon is he went head over with Thanos.
What other problems with No Way Home did you have?
So that was that, and I can't remember specifics because I haven't seen the movie since that first time. But
just go through like quick ones, things that just come to your mind,
or even just what you did like about the movie, or what makes.
What things I liked about the movie. All the Spider-Man's coming. Andrew Garfield, like the character development with
the best one in there, the best one of the.
He grew the most. He got the most points out of that movie. Like especially the scene where he caught.
Before we go
we needed that.
Before we get into that, I mean, we saw that coming. Did anybody else have any like things that they didn't like about the film first?
I mean, I didn't like the fact that this movie wouldn't happen if you just called the unis. I'm like what is that? It's like you could have. We're meant to believe that this person's smarter now.
Okay.
Yeah. If you called them,
Yeah.
I disagree with it wouldn't happen. I think it'll just be like, okay, it's justification. Well, no, they could have. You're saying that depending on the case they made and whatnot, they could have made the story, or we called them, but they still didn't do it, and now they make it more desperate.
But that's not what happened. He didn't even do that.
But that's my point. That's why it's more trash.
But again, that plays into his naivety.
It could have been solved with the call. It's like, okay, maybe not solved.
That and the fact is like, oh, let's just fix these villains.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
That's my problem because
you know why?
Big problem.
You know why?
What do you
Because
mean? These aren't my villains.
They all die at the end. So technically, this movie means nothing other than the fact that Spider-Man, like,
who dies at the end?
Like,
well, he sends them back to their
they
time.
all have to die.
No, when they go back to the universe,
they die.
They die.
They have to die.
They don't carry on living.
What's the point of the movie?
They die.
Exactly.
No,
and that's why they die.
Think about it too much.
When they go back to their timeline, they're not going to be villains anymore.
No, think about it.
No, that's what Peter wanted.
Think about it. They brought them here at the moment where they were about to die in their universe.
And then they send
them back. So when you're going back to the moment where you're about to die.
How is it being good?
Spider-Man wanted to change.
The Spider-Man there doesn't know that because think about it. Like even the like think about even I was thinking about this because it was fucking me up. The Dr. Octopus when he comes in is coming in from like. When he was like when he you say when he was in
the water.
No, he wasn't in the water at that point.
I don't think he was even in the water.
Thing by his throat.
Because exactly. It was when like all of that. But even the Tobey Maguire that comes in is not at this like the point where they take the villains. They're not bringing the Spider-Man from that point. They're bringing the Spider-Man from a different point. So it makes sense that when they go back to that point where they were about to die, that Spider-Man doesn't know any of this.
Yeah, sure.
Like they're going through events the same way. So what Anubis is saying makes sense. Like you heal them, but all it means is the Spider-Man in their universe is now killing an innocent. Like,
no. The Spider-Man doesn't kill him.
Spider-Man wouldn't kill him.
Oh yeah, it doesn't kill him.
He'll stop strangling him, and he's fixed. Remember, he had control of the arms, right?
Yeah.
So how does he die?
All I'm saying is that it depends on the point of when they were
it starts new different timelines.
It's a whole different.
They're not going back to the timelines to die.
All I'm saying is what happened before in the films don't happen, or they do happen, and then there's another thing that happens.
There's a different timeline.
The Spider-Mans who come from other universe, their villains are still dead.
Sure.
Yes, because it's old Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
So technically, Doc Ock is dead anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, their villains are dead, but those.
So unless we have a completely new timeline for these villains,
that's the only way the movie makes sense.
Yeah.
Or these are like slightly different versions of the ones that are in the films
that we saw. Yeah.
Like. Either they're different or the Spider-Man are different.
But they can't be because then
their stories are still the same.
The stories are the same there.
The only explanation for them going back is if they have a different timeline.
Yeah.
Which that's my only problem with the film.
But then even in that, there've been different timelines from each other because you can't have Doc Ock without having the death of what's it called? Osborn, and you can't have Sandman in the same universe without the death of.
And Sandman was kind of confusing and pointless in this movie because you want to go home.
Sandman and Lizard were both confusing.
Like you want to go home to your daughter, so why are you fighting them in the end?
Sandman would be the only one who goes back to his normal timeline with old Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
Because nothing he doesn't.
He's not there. But it's like, why are you fighting in the end?
When you really deep it, like the thing that really turned them into villains was greed in it. So all it takes is for like that greed to build up again, and then it could happen again because.
If they remember the experiences, then it won't because that's the whole difference.
All he did was just cure them of the power, like of the thing. Like so he cured Electro of the electric stuff.
So Electro is the most likely to relapse.
Exactly because Electro already got a taste of what happened.
Yeah, but now he can't because obviously the thing's there.
He has the information in. I don't know. He probably knows stuff. I don't know. But Doc Ock, he just has control over the hands. Like
I mean, to be fair, he was fine because up until the nano chip went haywire, he was a good guy. So like he was pursuing the whole science experiment thing.
He's still gonna be pursuing that science thing. Like he's not gonna not pursue science.
Yeah, but that's like he was gonna do that. But I'm saying the whole reason he went bad is because the chip failed. The chip is fine. He's pursuing it, but he's doing it legitimately.
In his pursuit of science, again, the chip is probably going to fail again.
Wasn't he also losing like funding for his like research?
Exactly.
And all of that?
But he was never like bad because of that. He got bad when the chip started. Like he would have lost funding, but again, because he wasn't hitting the results. Now he's got everything.
There's no reason for him to be bad, even though you're suggesting he is.
I'm saying that
because it was all accidental. That's now gone.
But I'm also saying that even though he was kind of overridden with the chip, I don't believe it was fully like the chip was all the chip.
No, it was 100% the chip.
I don't believe that.
That's what caused it. Like the malfunction of the chip.
It was the chip.
So
there's nothing around
it. So when I'm saying that. So when he's like Doc Ock and when he's like fucking up Peter and that in the film, he's 100% Chip and no Doc Ock.
Well, when he's bad, yeah.
Yeah.
But when he's good, then he's Doc Ock,
I
isn't
think it's percentage based, but that's okay.
No.
You can debate on that.
It's
No.
a chip because once the chip was fixed, it was fine.
Yeah, so like, it's like right there in your face.
So what was his mind like?
Wait, sorry. I zoned out.
Like, what more explanation do you need? It's right there in your face.
Wait. So I zoned out. So the whole point, are they arguing about what the point
What
of
causes Doc
Ock
Ock to be evil?
Yeah, it's the chip that
Yeah, it's
we
the
see
chip.
that in
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
No,
2, innit?
I'm saying
It's right there,
I'm
it's
saying
right
the
there.
percentage. I'm saying that
There
there might
is
be a
no-
bit of a percentage.
No.
of
No, that's just trying to strengthen your argument, which is
I'm
I
saying.
know.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yes,
But when he does go back evil again in it, then don't come back.
He's not coming
We're
back
not seeing him
again.
again.
That'll be evil.
Don't come back to me in it.
None of them
He's
are
not-
evil.
He's not
Don't
coming
come
back.
back to me in it. Same way with this Doctor Strange stuff. Everyone's having revelations. He'll be back again. So it's cool. You laugh-
Actually, he's not
you
coming
laughed
back
at me.
again.
Look at me now.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
mean,
at
you've
you.
lost this one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
You can frame it.
That's not a point I really care about. No.
Sounds like you do.
I care about Strange.
Sounds like you do.
I don't care about Doctor Strange.
You've been arguing it for
I care
the
about
past 5
Green
minutes.
Goblin. Let's talk about Green Goblin.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He was
The
sick.
best villain of Spider-Man.
Amazing.
Yeah, he was great.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Mm.
he
William
proved.
Dafoe.
Top
Very
3 MCU villains.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe top 2.
MCU villain?
No, you got Killmonger,
Yeah.
you got Thanos.
No,
Nah,
Killmonger is
I'm
hype.
I'm not putting Killmonger.
Killmonger.
I'll go
Killmonger,
Thanos.
Killmonger is fine. Like, it's not like when I say hype, I'm talking relatively. Like, I will put Green Goblin above him.
Oh, yeah.
Is what I'm saying. But
the top ones,
no one
yeah.
beats Thanos as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So yeah, right with that statement. That's good.
It's funny because what you say is a weakness about the movie. I think it's a great strength. Like Spider-Man being able, like that character development. Obviously, him fixing these villains is him kind of.
What does it
It's
mean,
the
man?
cool-
Aunt May is dead.
Wait,
bro.
let
No,
him
I know, I know,
finish.
I know
Let him
Aunt
finish,
May's
let him
dead, but that's a legacy that she left for the entire MCU universe. Like, she's left that on him. It's imprinted on him now. So him going forward, he's gonna carry that legacy of saving people instead of just like, oh, it's not my problem, which is one of the main themes of Spider-Man. That if it's a problem, I should be involved. Like, I should help at least try fix it.
That's
Obviously,
fair. I
that
mean,
was
because
more-
that kind of came from Far From Home as well. No, even Far From Home, like he was like, remember he was like handing over Edith to Thingy because it's like, oh, this is
not
bigger
my
than me.
problem.
I'm not there. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the legacy came more from Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and
I think it's a collective effort. But obviously,
I mean,
she's
she
the one that
died. He wanted to
died,
kill people.
and then
And then-
she did leave, Feast, which is obviously you guys, Feast.
Feast.
Feast is the homeless facility that she opened
Oh,
okay.
in Far From Home. I think she opened it at the beginning.
Okay.
But that is in the Spider-Man games. That's a big part of
He
Spider-Man.
cares about that shit.
No, that is literally part of Spider-Man. Like Feast, FEAST. I don't know what it stands for.
But I'm saying, do you think
But-
he cares going forward? Because it seems like he's
No,
trying to
he-
get Zendaya back.
Nah, he's not doing that.
He'll probably run
At some
that.
point, I'm saying at some point.
He'll probably run that entire facility going forward.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, like
Could see that.
Aunt May's gone now.
Bro, I think I don't know. I think you lot are completely missing the fact that this brother has no one now. He has no one.
Yeah.
His trauma is peak.
And what does that open us up to? Him. Oh, whoa.
No,
Whoa.
I was going to
No, I was gonna say
darker.
him finding new people and a new friend, Harry Osborn.
Gwen.
Darker.
Oh,
Gwen
like-
as well.
Black Cat.
Maybe someone like Gwen, Felicia, like any of those kind of
Darker.
characters.
Miles.
Like,
Venom.
yeah, we saw the symbiote that got left behind.
Yeah, I don't want.
That don't
really
make
wanna see
sense to me
another
still.
Huh?
Spider-Man
Yeah, that's
film.
That whole
feel
symbiote
stressed.
being left
That's
behind
part
don't
of
make sense to me.
Yeah, that
Why?
makes sense.
Because why does that symbiote get to stay when Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was magic.
spell
Oh,
is
as
to
in
go
why?
back?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like, it don't make sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that will be explained. I don't know. Again, Doctor
Like
Strange.
Doctor
Strange
I-
being weak.
yeah, some people have been saying like,
I
well,
don't know.
Venom is like a Nexus being or like someone who's aware of multidimension. I'm like, yo, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know the ins and outs of symbiotes in it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's same. But I'm just like, that explanation to me is like,
I'm sure they will explain it, but I'll be interested to see how they do it.
I don't think it matters because at the end of the day, they're gonna see each other in it. So like, I don't think it matters how they see each other as long as they.
no, it does
Because
to
you
me.
haven't seen Venom obviously before watching that movie, so you must.
I still haven't seen any of the Venom
Who?
movies.
I still haven't seen
Anthony.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
Oh, I know, but you said you'd read what the post-credit scene was, isn't it?
Oh,
In
yeah.
Venom, yeah.
Oh, he needs that. I can't lie. I think by the third Spider-Man, I think we need to be Spider-Man better. Like,
Well, we're gonna see it. I think we're even gonna see it earlier than that. I don't even think it's gonna be the third one.
End of the second one, they need to be fighting, and then the third one, it's like fists up, and then they have to work together. Like, and then
I think that's when we see. Well, I think we see Venom in the second one, and then we see like a big Avengers thing Tom dies, and then Miles comes in.
Why
That's
are
why
we
that
all
happened.
assuming Tom?
The first one
I
will
know,
be
that's bro.
the first one will be King. The first one will be Kingpin.
That's
and all
Mr.
that.
He's
Spider-Man.
too young.
So
He's too young.
Oh,
Like man's talking about like he wants to start making $10
it's a
million
normal
movies.
PR.
Normal
Okay,
PR.
He was
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about he
yeah.
wants to be like a young version of James Bond as well. Like he's got the thing.
Oh yeah, he actually said he didn't want to do it
Yeah.
forever. I guess, but
Yeah,
I mean, no, who would do
Yeah,
it
but I
forever?
mean, he has to die. He could just go and come back, bro.
Yeah.
They can bring people back.
Nah,
MCU kills people all the time. They're talking about bringing Killmonger back. He died.
That's the thing, innit? That's what I'm saying before. You start killing people.
He could be a
bringing them-
Skrull.
You start killing people, bringing them back, and then you take
No,
away
because
the
then
weight
the
of their
sequel
death.
was his Skrull.
MCU has done that already. They've been doing that.
No, but I'm saying if they
Like the time I thought they were gonna go away from that was when they killed Loki. When Thanos killed Loki, I was like, okay, now
That's
he's
different.
dead.
That's different.
But
That's different.
they bring him back.
No, but I'm talking
So-
about if they bring back Tony, for me that takes away like a lot of what they did
Yeah,
with
because
the
you can't
Infinity
have Spider-Man trauma in
yeah, like
Far From
you
Home.
built up too much.
and then now he's coming back to life.
Like Steve,
So-
Captain America, like
I think Tony's coming back because they're gonna make it some hologram shit.
nah,
They're gonna do that, especially with
Like
his daughter
Zoloft?
Morgan. Yeah, something like that. But he's gonna be like an actual Edith.
I think what I did like in No Way Home is just Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man and Peter.
Oh,
Whatever.
man.
Like, for me, he was the standout of the three of them when they were together.
Yeah, and the thing is,
one.
the acting. I wish there was more action in the movie.
That's true. He's probably the best.
I wish there were more action, but the acting in this movie was
I
was
actually
top
felt
notch from
the
all of
emotion from
Tom
him,
Holland.
like,
Yeah.
like how deeply he felt obviously about.
Yeah, like
Gwen.
it's one of those things where words don't need to be said. Like
Yeah.
those things, like
when they
I-
asked about like, oh, who have you lost? And,
yeah,
and
like
that
I
stuff.
felt that when
Yeah,
even
yeah.
that shot of like when Tom was on the roof and then like they did the hug and everything, but then they
Yeah,
look up
yeah.
and then you see two of that silhouette.
Yeah.
That was sick. Like the acting in this movie was that's why I
But
kind
I
of
would say for me,
put it
Toby's
up.
wasn't as great. Like, and I mean, for me, it was like it goes.
I hear
Tom,
that, but like
Toby
I hear that, but you also have to think
Of the films.
In the film.
in that film in
yeah,
No Way
like,
Home.
I hear that,
Yeah.
but I also think if you're the adult, like actual adult, like dealing with little kids, you're not as emotionally broken. Like even
He's
like
had more-
yeah, like
okay,
he's dealt
true,
with more shit. Like and I think the one of the reasons why I loved Toby's portrayal is at the end when Peter was about to kill Green Goblin and he held it, he didn't say anything. That look like what are you doing? We've talked about this already. Like
Yeah.
they're not rehashing it. Like that look in his face, I was like, that's what an older person would do. And it's like you're not even talking to a bad kid. Like you know the kid you're talking, like he's got good in him, and like this is just a rough patch for him.
Yeah.
Like you've already reached him already. This is just okay. He had a moment where he just slipped. Like and you can understand it given the person he's facing because you know that person.
Who wins out of the fight between them three?
At that point in time.
At their
their primes.
if they're all like if they're all like Tom Holland's age.
It's probably Tom because
Yeah.
of the stuff that he has in his suit. Like,
No,
whether you
yeah.
know he's Iron Man
But
2.0.
outside
innit?
that, outside
We've
that.
seen a lot more feats of strength from Tom Holland.
From Tom,
Spider-Man.
No,
Actually,
I'm gonna say
I think
Toby's gonna
Toby is. So someone was breaking this down. I think Toby is the strongest one.
Tell me your arguments.
Andrew is the most agile, and then Tom is kind of like
Why is Toby
the
the strongest one?
brainiest.
Why is Tom?
He
the
was able
strongest
to
one?
hold Tom Holland's like from killing Green Goblin when Tom Holland was at his angriest.
So that's
No,
your-
it's not. No,
so
it's
that's
not
your
even
example
that.
of him being the
It's
strongest.
not even that.
No, that's strength, man. And he's
no,
old.
the strength thing in Toby is
example.
like the biggest strength
train
feat that
bit,
I
innit?
can remember is the train.
The train.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
the train, yeah, shit.
None of them have done a strength feat. I think is bigger than that because even when Tom,
Tom
even
got
when-
Tom did
Tom
that.
got
did
hit
it.
by a
Tom
train.
Tom
By
did it
bullet
with-
train.
no, he got hit by it. He
By
didn't like.
bullet train.
He got
No,
hit
but
by
didn't
it.
Tom as well hold the
Boat,
boat together
boat.
as well?
Yeah, but the boat and the train. Come on. And
I
he didn't
guess
even
so.
hold it all together because Tony came.
Yeah.
He didn't
Tom
hold
was
it for
like
that long.
15.
He got
Tony-
hit
Tony
by a
came.
bullet train.
No, but
Do you-
bro,
like, Tom
they're
Holland's-
all durable. You're talking about his durability, not the strength.
no,
Like,
but look at
Toby held the train,
but
bro.
it's different there.
Wait, when
Just
did
look
he
at
hit by a
that
bullet
train
train?
compared to the train he got hit by.
Yeah, but again, like that's the key difference you're missing. He got hit by it. He didn't stop it. If he stopped them, no. If he, that's more strength. If he stopped the bullet train, that's strength. If you got hit and you survive, that's just durability, which they all are. Like you can say Toby's more durable. I won't fight you.
Mysterio,
I mean, Tom is more durable. I won't
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
you on that. But like in strength, just pure feats of strength. The most you've seen Tom Holland do was the stuff with the Ferris wheel, where he wasn't even holding anything up, and the like in Homecoming where he pushed that stuff off. But that was just stuff on his back. It wasn't the whole building.
And Tom Holland got fisted by Green Goblin more than Toby did. No offense.
You said fisted.
But he got wrecked.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I mean,
Tom was punching him, and Green Goblin was laughing at him.
yeah,
Come on.
Yeah, Tom got
Yeah.
finished, yeah.
like
I
he-
don't really remember any Tobey Maguire like punching scenes with Green Goblin. I feel like that was all just acrobatics, wasn't it?
Obviously, the
Yeah, a lot of
technology was not as good back in that day. But like,
I mean, Tom Holland is definitely strong, and I would say he's stronger than Andrew.
Yeah, definitely stronger than Andrew.
Like Tom is basically like if you want to put the perfect mix of the two, like the strength and the agility. But if you're talking about just if you're testing them in one category and you're doing strength, you're doing like agility, like those two others. Like Tom's gonna place well, but those two others win. Like that's the thing.
Tom's been to space, so I'm saying Tom has high experience out of everyone there.
Yeah, like again, like,
but he was like
in a fight where the scenario you pointed out first, I'll give.
Bro, look how he got out of the Mirrorverse.
Toby.
Look how he got out of that.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with strength.
I'm talking about in a fight. Like you lot took a strength with him. Like.
Wait, who are you even saying would win? Tom or Toby?
You said Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Like,
As
far as the experience
fight
point,
is not necessarily strength.
if we're talking about the experience point, like just
I'm probably
I don't know.
picking Toby.
I'm going Toby. Like I'm going. If you're talking about just three of them fighting, I'm going Toby. Because like talking about the experience stuff, like this is a guy who's like fought, he's been everywhere, like he doesn't depend on any, like you just said, the webs. Like I'll go. I'll go with him.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Another thing with the film is him trying to save these villains. Like if the film was just these villains have got into his timeline and he needs to send them back, cool, and there's a bit of a mix up, whatever, cool. But him like trying to like what's even the word, like rejuvenate them, like make them good and all that shit. Like, we didn't need that. Like
we needed it.
I don't think we needed it.
Because like throughout all of that, I'm just like send them home.
And
this movie ends.
A reason for Aunt May dying as well. Like
send them home. This movie ends. Like, and it was annoying me with like Dr. Strange telling him bring it back and like just playing keep away, running away. Like that part of the movie was just like, okay, this kid's just being annoying. Like nah.
I can't lie though, it got me. Green Goblin got me when he put the mask down. I thought he was like, the bad stuff. He's just left it.
When he took the donuts off,
he was definitely gonna come back.
Yeah, I can't lie. It kind of caught my surprise.
The sick part of this, one of the scenes that was sick was when the Spidey sense came in that room.
That was really good. Yeah.
I was thinking, who is it gonna be? Like who? What's the thing that set him off? It didn't even occur to me that he's already switched. Yeah. Like I knew something was up with him because like he was doing something on the board and stopped. Yeah. But like I was just thinking, okay, what's gonna happen here? I was thinking it was something to do with Lizard because they just left him outside in the truck. So I'm just like, okay, but that scene and the thing is, his Spidey sense, I think they've like juiced it up compared to the start when people were saying he didn't have any Spidey sense. Because even before Green Goblin could do anything, it like
character development.
Yeah, like put his hand, like he plastered his hand to the thing.
I think, bro, this Spidey sense is still shit, bro.
No, how is it? No, it's not shit.
Bro,
it's not,
he did with all his old villains.
Like, how is the Spider Sense shit? But that doesn't mean the Spider Sense is shit. Like, if anything, the Spider Sense is OP because when Doctor Strange knocks him out of his body is still doing the thing. It took me a while to even think, that's a Spider Sense doing it. And it makes sense.
Last minute Spider Sense.
How is that last minute Spider Sense?
Last minute, wow.
Sorry.
It's probably because he was touched before that.
It was good for the film, but I'm saying like, practicality wise, it's like. It was his for me. It was like, it's his realization. Oh shit! Like, I actually have all these villains in my yard.
You have to remember, he did save one of them right before that happened. So and he was about to save Electro as well.
And the thing is, to be fair, I guess he doesn't really know them because I was thinking, but I was thinking as soon as when he was talking about all of that, like, if you know Jamie Foxx, like, you're really thinking like that speech is kind of like, okay, you need to like while he's talking. Take care of these dudes.
So what if a bunch of Thor's villains like came into his yard, like he would just be chilling there, be like, oh shit, no, I need to save them. No, Thor,
he doesn't know that.
Well,
that makes it worse.
That's know the villains. That's the problem we're saying as far as like him doing that. And I think even with what could have even saved Electro's one is like when you put the thing on him, just web it then.
You know,
because then he doesn't switch again.
You know what I think this would show then is that obviously all this what we're talking about, what's the problem is obviously Aunt May is telling him to like, help these people.
Yeah.
And now that she's dead, now he's learned from it, and now it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. Because is it going to be on this help shit or?
No, he will be. He has to be on it. If he goes away from the help shit, then he's.
Let me tell you right now, he's
Endgame, like No Way Home then becomes a trash movie.
No.
If he doesn't do that,
not necessarily because he's gone through mad trauma. Let him go through his trauma first.
What trauma? Like, I get your listen. Listen. He can go through the trauma, but you're not going through trauma and then shitting on what Aunt May said to do. Like her final thing. Like you can go through your trauma, but don't like that. The whole thing with help, he's gonna do that. I'm saying.
Nah, when people go
That
through
depends on the
trauma,
person.
What in terms? What about Tom Holland that we've seen in the MCU tells you his integrity is less than that?
He gave the weight glasses.
What?
Different.
That's different. Like
that's
he's gonna do the whole Aunt May thing. He's not shitting on that. He can still go through the trauma about all of that.
Power
Like,
of trauma is real.
no, but it's real. But you're not shitting on Aunt May.
mental health is a real.
No. Forget that. I'm saying that's all nice. That's all nice. That's all nice. Okay, yeah, she was there to help him. Blah 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 blah. She's not there no more. Zendaya's not there.
Like, who's there to reel him
Ned
in?
is not there.
Who can stop him?
Pissed.
Yeah.
He has not. He is vexed. He is vexed. He has no one. Yeah. At some point, he's gonna have to get into this whole Spider-Man thing again.
Well, he's
I'm not saying that he is gonna do this, but if he was gonna go into some kind of Batman trauma shit and like,
he's
start
on that
beating
path.
up, now he's on the path. It's
with
started.
Venom
It's
in the
started.
universe as well, the symbiote.
Well,
Yeah, as well.
He's gonna either take this like saving people shit seriously and kind of over the top to the point where he was like fisting people up properly,
Which would make sense.
because he needs to get it out.
I mean, and that makes sense given if Kingpin is the next person that he has to face, for him to see someone who can actually take the punch, or he's going crazy.
Yeah. See, now the perfect thing is that obviously at the moment he doesn't have anyone that he would.
Over counter. Matt Murdock. Matt Murdock has come through all of that. Yeah. So he'll be the person for him.
There you go.
What?
Matt Murdock will be the person for Spider-Man to go to.
It's trauma.
He has to
But Matt Murdock would have forgotten who he is.
Yeah,
Well, Matt Murdock doesn't need to know. Like he's just, what are you going through? Like he can get to know him again.
You know how like Matt Murdock had
his character is still there.
Like the Reverend person, and he always used to go to him.
Oh, okay.
Matt Murdock will now be the person for Spider-Man.
How do you know that?
No.
Well, they've said it. They've established like the whole thing. Because like
he's gonna be
Peter still
friendly with
remembers the whole lawyer thing. He still remembers
Yeah, he's a lawyer, not a therapist.
No, but you're talking about somebody stop the break.
They're both in New York. He's gonna come across Daredevil.
He knows there's something more
He's
there.
gonna take his advice though. That doesn't mean he might take it.
Matt Murdock is the person who's like experienced, and out of
And
everyone we
Matt
know,
Murdock can chase him and
gone
go
through
like
more
stop
than
him.
two.
I hear that. But at some point, Spider-Man's gonna have to be his own guy and have to take his own decisions. Because at this point, like every film, he's had other people.
He's reliant on everyone.
Yeah, but he's always
I feel
had
like
that.
that's gonna carry on, especially.
Yeah, he's always had
I
that.
feel like now, I don't mind. Even though I'm saying this, I wouldn't mind a Spider-Man Daredevil film. That would be wavy.
I think that's the next one.
That would be wavy.
Honestly.
But I do think that he's gonna he might take like a little bit of that on guard, but he will eventually kind of be his own guy, and he'll kind of be on the darker path. I feel than from what we've seen and from previous Spider-Man, which would then I think lead him to be successful.
I agree. I feel
555.
Oh wow.
I feel like the first part of the next film will be him like going off, being a bit like going over the top, being a bit more angry and taking his frustration.
Because he's
out.
got to deal with the decisions that he just made.
And then he'll come across Daredevil, Matt Murdock, probably reveal his identity.
Is he going to talk about is he going back to the Avengers? I mean, he's still in Avengers.
Yeah, he's still there.
Because he's as Spider-Man, isn't it? So
yeah, exactly.
people still know of Spider-Man. They just don't know Peter Parker.
But like from the Daredevil, you can see like obviously not spoilers, but Matt Murdock is someone who deals who knows how to deal with his anger. Yeah. And like especially from the later scenes, you just see you can just see how he's come to terms with that, and how like near the end of season 3, how he didn't make that decision he didn't make.
And there's experience of him even doing that with Elektra, because she's way more hot-headed than Tom Holland's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And his experience with Kingpin as well. He'll know how to not cross the final line.
I was going to say the only thing I do hate about the Daredevil thing is the Elektra thing in it.
I liked Elektra.
Don't get me wrong, I love Elektra. And the show she was wavy, but like his dependency on her like that.
Oh yeah.
It's like I hate it. And even though he has other stuff, and like the fact that they put all of it like on Elektra was just a bit immediate to me.
I don't even think we're gonna see all of that. I just think he's the actor who's playing Daredevil, which is a role he's played before. I don't think the same like all those stories. I truly don't think they're gonna be canon in the MCU. No, they can come back as actors playing character. I don't think those stories are canon.
It is canon.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is canon.
Yeah, I think they said it's canon.
It can't be, because then Kingpin is way different to his supposed canon character.
Not really.
No, I wouldn't say he's that different.
He is.
He's older.
Yeah.
And really, if you deep it, he was fisting her up. He was fucking her up.
I don't go that far.
He was fucking. No, let's be.
He wasn't fucking her up. He was holding his own, but he wasn't fucking her up. She had that plot armor heavy on her.
Nah, she would get fucked up.
Bishop?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nah, she would get in that fist up. She would get dashed around that little shop until her mum came and saved her. and then
Yeah, the coin.
yeah, the coin, what was
Yeah.
it? The coin, and then all the arrows worked in it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it was,
So-
yeah.
Going back now to in No Way Home, the main thing obviously that I had a problem with is the Doctor Strange and Spider-Man fight. So we spoke about this in the chat at length, but yeah, we need to expand on it because Doctor Strange he's looking a bit sus. I can't lie. As a former Sorcerer Supreme, a guy who's meant to delve in magic, his magic is a bit meaty, bit mid, and
It's not magic.
yeah, it's not magic enough for me. It's tricks and deception. It's not sorcery. And I know you have a strong
Mysterio,
opinion on it, huh?
Mysterio Supreme.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even want to call him Doctor Strange, Mr. Strange. Let's call him that. Because this guy,
Disrespect. Oh my god.
Right now, that's exactly what he
I'm
is.
just
you know
getting
what?
rid of
It's
the whole middle of the
not a
room.
doctor anymore.
and he's not a sorcerer supreme.
Yeah, it's not a sorcerer
Just
supreme.
because you stop practicing medicine
Okay, yeah,
doesn't
he's,
mean
he's
you're
probably
not
been
a doctor.
disbarred.
Yeah,
Of course, it's
Nah.
been
Like, in my mind, he's been disbarred. Like, he's
Nah.
done.
the fuck. He opened up a whole new universe carelessly.
Because
That's
you
what-
lose your
that's
medical
grounds for
license.
You know what,
disbarment.
yeah, reading back at you and him's discussion about
Who's you and him? Let's clarify.
Anubis and Sang, about when you were saying about how Spider-Man trapped Doctor Strange in the mirror dimension. Like, that in itself is a shambles for Doctor Strange. Because number one, like, I get that he needs the sling ring to be able to get out of it and to get into it. That's
Sure.
calm. How do you not have, number one, security over your sling ring? Like, how are you letting it get into someone else's hand? Number one. And two, how are you doing something without, having a way out of it, in the sense of, you can't do like, oh, I'm going to trap you here. Oh, but if you're not thinking about if he's going to fight back, are you just expecting him
When
to
he
just
was
thing is-
put beside him.
Yeah,
Huh?
but the thing,
Yeah, he knows how
but the
he
thing
fights.
is, even with the whole sling ring thing, fine. Even if Spider-Man like takes a sling ring or whatnot, the fact that I had a problem with is that he was trapped. Like he couldn't move from there, like for that long. That's the thing. Like even
but
if he
they-
was,
they
even if he
did
was,
say-
like,
they
he
did say
came,
it's without
yeah,
the
like
sling
maybe
ring,
he
you
came,
can't get
maybe he came out of it, but then he
Yeah.
was in China somewhere and just had to, I don't know, arrange a flight or whatever. But like the fact that he was trapped there for that long is where I have a problem with that whole thing. Because Spider-Man is agile, he's crazy, like he's a scientist. You can get one up on someone. I don't care how good of a fighter you are. Like someone's gonna land a punch if you fight long enough. So fine, Spider-Man did that. But like for you to be then stuck in that place with no like.
Like, the fact he got out, I would say, is impressive because without
It's
a
not
sling
to
ring.
me.
No,
Not
without a
that
sling
length of time. Like,
No.
you
But
shouldn't
so
take that
without the sling ring,
protect
you're
of the
not going
universe,
to be
you
able
get
to
pissed
get in
off
or
by
out.
not that
of the
length
dimension.
of time.
The only one
he
who's
should
been
have
able to
been.
do it
He
is,
should have been out of there a lot quicker. I'm
The bald
sorry.
lady.
I don't.
What's the bald lady's name?
Ancient
The
one.
ancient one.
Yeah.
The only one who's been able to do it, I think, without it, like.
No, but
in-
okay.
in
So
quick time is her.
here's how you get out of it. And I'm not even a doctor. I'm not even a Sorcerer Supreme.
Mirror,
You come out of-
Mirrorverse 101.
Not bleep the Mirrorverse. You come out of the whole web thing nonsense, and you're telling me all those sorcerers, there's not a way that they can send messages to each other and tell someone like this is where I am. Like finish.
I agree with that.
Finish. Like he was stuck there is my point. Like he not even in the place. He was stuck in the webs. That's a problem to me. I can't like.
Was he still in the webs?
Yeah,
I don't know
like
if he's in it.
Nah,
He
he
just
wasn't
jumps
in
through the
the
portal when he comes back.
Yeah,
He
he
just jumps through.
Nah,
I
but
don't think
like-
he's in the webs.
Let's just assume he's in the webs,
Well,
right?
you've seen it 4 times. You should know. No, I'm asking.
yeah.
Was he in the
No,
webs?
I don't know. Like,
He just jumps through the portal. I don't think he's in the webs.
comes through the
No, but
portal.
regardless of
Yeah,
if he was stuck, if he was stuck, the reason why I think he was stuck in the webs for a long time is that's the only way that makes sense to me. Because if you're out of the webs, then it shouldn't. That's even worse. It shouldn't take you that long.
I'm saying it is worse because it took him that long.
It shouldn't take you that long
I'm
with
not
your
talking about
hands
the
and
webs.
full capabilities to still stay stuck there.
Let's assume he is stuck in the webs. So Iron Man, do you think he's getting out of the webs without his
Yes.
suits? Without his suits?
Out of the webs.
Out of the webs, just the webs.
No. That
'Cause that's what Doctor
analogy
Strange is.
stupid. Do you know why?
He's got no sling
No.
rings.
Listen. Do you know why?
How?
Because Doctor Strange's power
Is what?
is different to a suit. He still had his power.
Where's the sling ring?
The sling ring is
It's
not Doctor
gone,
Strange's
right?
power. I just told you a way he could have got out of that. You have communication processes that you can get someone to come back.
Mordo,
His,
like,
his power is
How
not
can
in the sling ring.
quick WhatsApp to Mordo and he's out. Like,
His power is not in the sling ring. You're telling me
Where have we seen him telekinetically contact Wong?
okay, before
Where have we seen that?
No Way Home, when have you ever seen him, try and delete everyone's memories? Until that, you've not seen that. He mentions that he's done it, but you've not heard it.
So is it only that he can do it because he has the sling ring?
That's where the power comes from.
So is he truly powerful then? If he needs a ring to do everything,
you think Doctor Strange's power all comes from the sling ring?
Not comes from the sling ring, but that helps harness the power.
What, like four in his hammer, and then he didn't need the hammer, yeah?
Nah, you've got Doctor Strange all fucked up.
See,
if that's what you think.
No, but in the MCU, that's where have we where have we seen him do any magic without a sling ring?
The way I'd agree.
When?
The way I'd agree.
When have we seen it?
Is if he's only talking.
No, we've
about
never seen it. We've never seen it.
Do you know when we've seen it?
When?
the time stone.
Exactly.
The time stone.
We've seen him do that with the time stone.
Infinity gems now. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Here's the other magic. The whole thing he fights with. You
Come
need a
on.
sling ring for that?
Oh.
No, go on. You're telling me that's real.
Wait,
the thing is holding, that's real.
What thing are you talking about? The relics.
The whip that he always does, like the whip that he has, even the shield
Is he not
that
wearing?
he always makes.
He's not wearing the sling ring.
No.
Okay, that's right. I can see it.
Yeah, no, I don't, he
The
wasn't.
fuck in it, like, why
I'm
are you
pretty
saying that with
sure
your
he's
chest with
wearing-
nothing behind it?
Is he not wearing a sling ring?
No!
No, I thought the sling ring was only for portals.
The sling ring is only for portals. Even when they were doing the training, they're all doing magic and then they bring the sling ring.
If what you're saying
go
is
here.
My
about
understanding was that he was wearing a sling ring.
No.
if what he was saying was with reference to the pocket dimension and the mirror dimension, whatever it's called, then fine. Like I understand what he's saying. We've never seen him do a portal without the sling ring.
Yeah.
Then that's fine. But that's not what he was saying.
No,
So,
but I'm even giving you that credit. I'm saying, fine, if you're stuck there because you don't have the sling ring to teleport, like to go places, you can get in contact with someone.
Yeah.
Being
There must
the
be a way
social
you can
group.
do something.
There must be a
Plus,
way.
you should know because you're using these things. Like,
there must be a way to get in contact with someone. And
like
do all of
if
that.
I'm a magician, yeah, and I set up a trick. And or I don't know. Let's say I put myself in one of those boxes where it does all kind of higgy haggy. Yeah. Let's say that. I know like the failsafe of how to get out there if things are gonna go wrong. How can the Sorcerer Supreme or former Sorcerer Supreme not know how to get
How
out
did
there?
he even get out?
Yeah.
While we're here,
Ned.
how did he even get out?
What's your thoughts on this?
And this is the other thing. You're telling me Doctor Strange relies on. Excuse me, no. One point. I promise 1 point. How is Doctor Strange waiting for an inexperienced idiot who he doesn't even know has any idea what to do with magic? You're waiting for the chance that this random person opens a portal for you to come out, and he has to open the portal in the correct place to get Doctor Strange out. You're telling me Doctor Strange is relying on all those chances to line up?
Wait, Ned opened the portal for him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you've seen the movie.
I mean, didn't he just say Doctor Strange? Though?
Did he? I thought it was just opening portals. Like he was trying to escape. Him and Mary J, they were just opening portals trying to escape, and he happened to open the one that led to the.
So you're finished if that's right. You're finished.
How are you, Doctor Strange, and you're hoping for all these things to line up?
So he didn't even get out there himself. You're finished. You're finished. You are finished. You watched it 4 times. How did you not realize?
Bro, I'm telling you, I was Doctor Strange, guys. I've argued with Anubis about Doctor Strange, but this movie broke Doctor Strange to me.
Oh, yeah.
It broke
He
it.
doesn't even know they have magic, so he can't be.
Bro, exactly.
You know what, yeah?
It broke Doctor Strange to me. I'm like, what have you done to this character? And this is what pisses me off.
It just speaks to the mirror dimension. Like you can't. Nah,
like Harry Potter speaking to snakes.
Bam! Harry Potter, Neville Longbottom would fist up Doctor Strange. Tell me I'm wrong. Ron Weasley would fist up Doctor Strange. Tell me I'm wrong.
Wikipedia page. You can't get
Tell
out
me I'm
unless
wrong.
you're sling ring. Yes
On
or
the
no?
Wikipedia page.
Hey, Sang, don't do that.
Huh?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, it wasn't Wikipedia. Wait, go on. Yeah, wait. Sorry, go on.
Wikipedia, whatever.
Wait, go on. What was the question?
You said no. You said the link. It said you can't get in out if you don't have a sling ring. Correct?
Yeah, you can't get in or out.
So
Yeah.
What are we arguing here?
What do you mean? What we
You're
are
saying,
doing?
like,
We're saying
I'm
that
saying-
there should be a way that like a fail safe or something to be able to get out of it.
There is no fail safe. You need a
there
sling
is a
ring to get
fail-safe.
out.
So why are you using it then, bro?
No, because
Why is he using it?
You're saying that he can't get out without a sling ring. I'm saying no one can get out.
So surely then, if you're using the sling ring to open a pocket dimension and you're beefing someone there, surely you shouldn't be able to allow them to get away. You should be like, what's
That's to do
doing?
with novice combating, not to do with his magic. Not to do with
What
his
do you
magic.
mean? That's linked, boy.
It's linked, man. It's linked.
Because
It's linked. It's linked.
Yeah,
It's linked. It's linked.
Listen.
He wouldn't be having this.
I would. No. This is
Yeah,
where
sling ring,
this is where
you
your
wouldn't have
argument falls apart with a novice fighter. If you're a novice fight, if Doctor Strange was fighting hand-to-hand combat, right there with you. He's
Like,
not.
He's using fucking
He's
magic,
using
bro.
the thing that he's supposedly not a novice in.
Again, if he had his sling ring, he'll be using magic, right, to get through portal
I think it's half time.
magic,
The sling ring is only there for portals,
which he doesn't have.
which he doesn't have. Which
Listen.
that's an L, by the way. But
Yeah.
That was my main point. How am I using that?
You're missing a point.
It's like using your car keys.
Without the sling ring, he should still be able to have magic to conjure up
do
something.
something.
Get out of something.
Like, do something.
And I completely missed that point of Ned opening the sling ring to for him to get out. And if that is true, that brother is getting relegated.
Doctor Strange is broken.
Mr. Strange. I've told you, Mr. Strange. He's finished.
That's what I started this by saying. They need to explain that Doctor Strange that we saw in that movie. They need to redeem that character. They need to explain.
Do you remember
that
before we talked about Thor and his use of lightning and thunder and whatever, and we were saying it's mid. Captain America used it better. Like, fam. We could even argue now that fucking someone like Ned has used it just as well. Fucking remember before you were trying to come us about the time stone, and I said Thanos had used it better. He basically had. Like, if we're being honest, he's basically used it the exact same way that Doctor Strange had. What is actually Doctor Strange here for? Because look, if we're being real, yeah, what has he actually done? He let's do Infinity War and Endgame. Infinity War and Endgame. What did he do? He had a 40-second fight with Thanos. And he looked into the future of the one thing where they were going to win. Didn't tell them what it was.
He lost that fight, by the way. He lost that fight.
Huh? Yeah, I know he did. Yeah. No, I said that. Yeah, I know he did.
Don't forget. Don't forget. And again, this is why like it's hurting me to even say all of this.
Thanos, he got faced up by Ebony Moore.
That's another one. And there's no way. There's no way. Fam, you got taken all the way to space by Ebony Moore.
Fam, bro, you're doing all of that. We haven't even got to.
You're finished, Sang. You're finished.
At that time, he had no idea about chaos magic.
None at all.
Even
so are we saying Doctor Strange had no way home?
Yes. Yes.
No, but even think about it. Even think about it. Like even when they were doing, okay, fine. If you want to say all of those other fights are circumstantial, in a big fight with everyone, Thanos and all of them, what was Doctor Strange doing in Endgame fight?
Fucking looking into the future.
No,
all that shit.
No, that was Infinity War.
Stopping the waterfall from.
In Endgame.
Fam,
that's what I'm saying. What did he even do? He opened portals. That's it. He opened portals. That's it. What did he actually do?
You're talking to someone.
Who else would have done it?
Wong.
They had a whole.
So what his day spent?
If one could have
Do you
done
know
it,
how many sorcerers they had in that fight where they were all doing umbrellas? You're telling me none of them could have held that
So
shit?
you put a substitution? I've done my job. I'm gone.
You're telling me
if
none
they
of
could
them
have
could have
done it, they
held
would
that
have done
shit?
it. Surely.
Doctor Strange.
If they could have done it, they would have done it.
You're missing the point, Sam.
I feel like we've
What
seen
else did
Wong
he
do loads of like portals.
Wong's a sorcerer supreme now. We've
Wong
seen him like.
went back to back the Sanctum.
Exactly.
When he was getting pissed up by Ebony Moore.
Fam, you saying Mordo is probably stronger than Doctor Strange? That has credence now.
No, I saw.
Fam, I see it.
I saw the trailer. I saw
see
more
it.
of the Kane Rose. That nigga leveled up.
Yeah, well,
That's it. He leveled up. He went in it.
That nigga leveled up. I'm
I know
sorry.
he was in the trenches. He's
Strange
been
is
practicing.
trash.
This white man come along.
You think
Bro, I'm telling you, that shit hurt my soul.
He just come out of like Dr. Umar Johnson.
I was in it, like I was hyping Doctor Strange. Like Doctor Strange is my guy. This movie broke Doctor Strange to me. Like you are zero.
I might have
And
to,
the thing
I
is,
might have
this-
to switch teams for
In
that
it,
movie.
they start the trailer going, "Oh, Wanda, I need your help." Wanda is over here thinking Doctor Strange is coming here to give her a telling off, to tell her about stuff, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not here to talk about that."
Because he's shook. Because he
Innit?
probably doesn't even know about that.
He's shook about it. He's shook with her.
He probably doesn't even know about that.
And then he goes, "I need your help." Like, bro, it's like, imagine your father, like you did something wrong. Your dad is coming in. You're expecting an ass whooping. And your dad tells you, "Yo, like, come help me out. Move this lorry for a second." Like you're thinking, and the thing is, it's not like he doesn't even know what you did. He knows what you did, but he's like, no, come help me out.
You know what's mad? He has to get Wanda's help to fight the stronger version of himself. So then
That's
Wanda's
an
going to be able
indictment.
to beat him both times.
We don't know that's the plot.
That is an indictment on him.
We do not know that's the plot.
I'm not saying
That is the biggest indictment on him. If that's how the plot is gonna go, that is an indictment on Doctor Strange. Oh, I can't believe it.
He needs the help from her, from like obviously the chaos magic, because we see in the trailer he uses chaos magic.
Because it better be from fighting himself. Because if he's fighting Mordo, he needs help before he's
because
finished.
he-
He's
he-
finished.
The only way he's going to be able to fight himself is to be able to tap into the chaos magic, because the other version of himself was using the chaos magic.
Oh, what's it? I know. I've only seen.
No,
the
'cause that
trailer
was
once.
how he in What If, innit? That was how he like.
I don't think it's the same version. Then.
It looks the same, but
Even if
Nah,
it's not the
the
same
beard's
version,
different, though.
even if it's not the same, he could have cut the beard.
But it's like in What If, like that one was like he already came to peace with everything. I don't think that. I don't think just having chaos magic alone will make him equal to that version.
No. I'm not saying that will make. Yeah, I'm saying the one that came.
I don't think it's the same.
I'm saying the one. I'm not saying it's the same, but the one in that trailer has probably like dealt with chaos magic more than what he's about to do.
Yeah, okay.
And he's gonna realize, oh, I'm gonna have to tap into it in order to like understand something else and blah blah blah. The same thing what the ancient one did. The same like so. I mean, that's gonna happen at some point. And Wanda's gonna obviously realize that, oh yeah, this brother don't know nothing. She might tuck away a couple pages and be like, okay, so when they eventually do fight in the future, because I think that what was it? Even though it wasn't about chaos magic, wasn't it about Nexus beings? That's what he went to ask her about.
I'm not sure.
It's probably the Nexus.
No. Did he ask her? He said, "Oh, I need to ask you about something about Nexus or something like that."
No, I don't think he says it.
No.
He just says, I need your assistance or help or something. But he doesn't say what for.
No, he said the multiverse, innit, or something like that.
Yeah, what do you know about the multiverse?
Yeah. So that's linked to her Nexus being type stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think that, you know.
But then again, the multiverse thing would point you into what if maybe.
That one's just guarding the what's it called? That realm with Killmonger and.
Yeah. But then the Watcher got out and all that kind of shit. So where's he now? I mean, I'm not expecting him to turn up in this film, but yes, I believe that Doctor Strange. I mean, I'm gonna get back to Spider-Man in a bit, but Doctor Strange.
Wait, Anubis, can I have some of your Pringles?
Yeah. Doctor Strange. Yes, I was right, and to be honest, that was it. That's it.
I hate to say it, but Anubis was right all along. I didn't see it.
My claims may be outlandish, but you know,
I actually didn't see it at the time.
You see the light eventually. But I will say that the Spider-Man film is actually fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think even apart from probably Endgame and Infinity War, yeah. Outside of those two, I haven't had an experience like that in film, in the cinema like that, because the culmination of everything that you've seen before, adding on to obviously what we're doing with Tom now, and even the culmination of everything we've seen in the MCU, I feel like this thing done it perfectly. Like, it's great time. Like, it was fantastic. Great performance, great sound. It looked amazing, and it also looked like it was a mesh of. I think it was a mesh of like maybe the first film and the MCU films more. It didn't really have that much of Amazing Spider-Man 2, because I feel like those times the graphics were meaty, so like they were good.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, I'm saying like compare it to now, and it like it don't look as great. You can tell it's of a lower quality, but it's good of the time. But the Spider-Man,
I don't even think it looked that bad, to be fair.
But I do think the Electro stuff was pretty cool. But the older Spider-Man was like more what did I say before? Like more stuntman shit, and less like
like Tobey Maguire's one.
Yeah. And I feel like they implemented that well in this film, which I thought was wavy. And yeah, it was just a great time. Like, I was like, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh fuck.
Have you seen it since when we saw it?
I haven't seen it.
Same, I haven't seen it.
I'm waiting for it to come online.
Yeah.
I did see. Oh, I'm not about that. But yeah, brilliant film. 9 out of 10.
I don't really watch movies twice, to be fair.
I do. It's just lately, since that whole Thanos saga, it's kind of obviously a pandemic and all of that. Like, I feel like I kind of went off that horse a bit.
I think for me, it's because the screen is big. I have to like look around a lot, so I like to see it. I need to see it again so I can mix stuff. Because when you're watching shit on the TV and then you go to the big screen, like, it is a difference. Like, you're thinking, oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't get that.
So Darren must have been struggling.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, it's a whole new world, man. Like, just go from my small screen to this.
Yeah, no, I feel like that. Yeah, props to everyone. This is basically the Infinity War Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Considering what we were talking about before of whether Marvel had fallen off or not, like they're very much.
That's why I think people are just like, they exaggerate that a lot. But
everyone wants to look at a downfall for Marvel, but they need to realize, like, it's on point now.
I think that Marvel kind of feeds that, because it's what I was saying about, like, they'll give you these subpar like things that are supposed to perform, but then they perform subpar, but then they fill in those blanks later. Loki, Hawkeye. So like they fill in, but the thing is, they fill in those blanks later and make them like look good, like when you're looking back. And so like when people say the demise,
actually more so Eternals.
Oh yeah, Eternals. Yeah,
I think that's what I was trying to refer to. Not
I give you that. Yeah, meaty film.
I still like Eternals very much.
But Spider-Man, yeah, no.
That woman turning water into wine, whatever her name is, she could fist up Doctor Strange.
Cersei.
No, not Cersei. The other one. Is it? Oh yeah, it could be Cersei actually. Yeah. The
Yeah,
one who
it
turns
was
like one of those things into wood.
Yeah, it was Cersei.
Is it Cersei? Yeah.
Yeah, shoot for us up, Doctor Strange.
If I was like 10 or like 12 when I watched this, I probably would have cried in the cinema. Like, it's not a film. Like, that film is nuts. Like, when you really...
No, if you were 10 or 12, you wouldn't really know Tobey Maguire.
Please, you don't know who I am.
No, but you wouldn't have that nostalgia.
Nah, please.
He said you don't know me.
No, because just because you didn't watch it in the cinema doesn't mean you don't have the nostalgia of that. I didn't like. Bare people didn't watch. I didn't watch Alien like in the cinema. Man has that nostalgia.
I don't think I watched any of the Spider-Man in the cinema. I think I just
No,
watched
I
it
definitely
for
watch it in the cinema.
I don't think I
Channel
watched
5.
2 in the cinema, you know. I think
Yeah.
I
I'm trying
watched...
to say you need to watch it in cinema to have the nostalgia.
No, but like obviously when you watch it as a kid, that's the nostalgia, right?
Yeah, but the kid doesn't mean that it doesn't have to come out at that time. Like, it could be a kid and still watch it. Like,
No, but there's
No,
massive.
but
10 years
there's
later.
more,
being
like-
younger and then watching something later would bring them nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
no, I'm saying
I
like
don't feel like
you can still watch something at 10 years old and have that same effect that you have at 10 years old.
I feel like it depends on how
You're missing the point.
like how
It's the
far
length of
apart
time,
you've
yeah.
watched it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you binge
That's the
watch
whole
Game
point
of
of
Thrones,
nostalgia.
you won't be able to. I don't think you'll be able to enjoy it as much. Wow.
Nostalgia is literally like time passing.
Yeah,
I mean, if you binge watch it without knowing everything, like what happened in the consensus of the world, then yeah, you would have that same effect still.
No,
You would.
no, we're saying it's the
It
whole
has
thing
to
with
be,
time.
yeah. It has to
Time
be
would have
real
to
time.
pass.
It's hard. It's hard. I am saying that because you even with
we can just Google the words.
no, I'm saying even with your own like binge habit, you would still have your own like theory stuff. You would still do your own like within all that time, like regardless of what everyone is saying. If you're intrigued in the show, and I feel like Game of Thrones was strong enough to do that, like without people talking about it.
Also, the Doctor Strange we saw in What If was way better than the Doctor Strange we got at the moment.
Every magician we've seen is better than Doctor Strange.
Sang, I'm sorry, but you got cooked today, man.
Your boy's done.
It just hurts me.
Well
man.
done.
Well, I didn't know he could do he could do the magic without the sling ring. Obviously, if he could, then yeah, I want to be on his side, but we're not sure of that. Well, you guys saying the sling ring is for portals only.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they could do that magic shit because of the.
But what does it say about magicians?
Go back and watch
all
Doctor
you
Strange,
can-
bro.
What does her magic just not really?
So I mean, obviously that could help him get out of the webs at least.
Agatha didn't have, you have no
But
shit.
like,
Where was her ring?
That's why I was stuck on the
different
web
imagine
thing
one-
because
the
like
one
you
that
don't need both like
I
anything
guess
to
they
get
have
rid of the
runes,
webs.
runes and whatever, I don't know.
apart from obviously Wonder. I don't know.
What runes?
But if Wanda couldn't get out,
Fin-
let's say Wanda couldn't get out of the
fins
mirror
that
dimension.
Agatha
No, I
uses.
know those runes, but
I'll still be
Doctor
casting out
Strange
Doctor
needs
Strange.
those. You're saying?
Agatha needs her
Excuse me,
ring.
guys.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's
No,
that kind of
I
question.
said if Wanda can't, like, if she's in the mirror dimension and she couldn't get out, would you guys still be honest
Please do
about
not-
Doctor
I'll
Strange?
need to see it
If
first.
I said if.
Yeah, I'll need to see it first, and I believe she will be able to.
All I'm gonna say,
Just 'cause
after
chaos
everything that
magic.
has happened, please can you not compare?
Because she hasn't shown any like teleportation
listen to
or
me.
anything.
What I mean, what
Right, she
I think
created
like you're
that whole
talking
world.
about like different
Created
things.
the whole
Here.
bloody reality of the
Yeah, like you're talking about some like different things here. I don't think Wanda will be able to by herself, based on what the information they've told us and what the mirror dimension is. I don't think she'll be able to get out by her own power. If she does, then she's breaking everything, and then obviously like she's just OP on that level. I'm saying I'm not arguing with Doctor Strange not getting out.
So
It's like,
you're okay with Ned opening the portal then
No,
for Doctor Strange?
Compare Wanda to him.
I'm not. The problem I have with Doctor Strange is not having a way out. Like the mirror dimension can be secure and there's only one way out of it. But like you need to be able to contact someone. They've told us nothing about like you
I
can't
don't believe that.
communicate like with other people.
SOS. That's dead.
Hmm?
What kind of magician is SOS?
No, but
For Wong to
that-
come get him.
bro,
That's
that would have been better. At least you're
Because
initiating.
then Wong's looking at him different. Like, right, you got to be pissed up by Spider-Man.
Everyone's looking at him different now.
If there's evidence for you to be able to do that, then yeah. But there's no evidence of that.
All I'm saying,
So far.
at this time in the MCU, Wanda, we know that she just lost her kids and she's
She's the most powerful.
creating images of herself while she's reading the Dark Code.
Wanda is the most powerful.
We don't know if the Strange that when Strange goes see her, that might be the little image thing.
Right.
She-
I mean,
while she's
Doctor
there in the
Strange has
basement.
done that before too. Like his body was sleeping when he was like studying and learning.
So it's gonna be
he's done.
Yeah, I heard this trash.
Say,
I've not had a good review yet, man.
care that much. Matrix, I think that was pretty interesting.
That's a new one.
I've not seen it.
I have not seen it.
You haven't seen
I
it?
heard it's shit.
Take away the nostalgia.
Nah, I mean, after seeing it the second time, I will say I am looking at it lightly, a little bit better. Still
Apparently, the
six,
comedy didn't slap.
I'm looking at it a little bit better. You know, it's
Take away the nostalgia.
it.
That's what I heard. Apparently, they tried too hard with it.
in terms of
Sure.
ideas. I never want to see comedy.
That's a
on Netflix.
funny statement.
Yeah, it's been very slow, but
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And it's the same
yeah.
with fucking Boba Fett. When you see when
yeah, I'll be real. Yeah, I'm sick of Jawas and Tusken Raiders, man.
Slow, but last
they
episode.
should have released both episodes at once because
Yeah.
I think I don't give a fuck about these fucking Tusken Raiders. Like,
No,
I do like.
it's a nice insight.
No,
It's a nice
I
insight, man.
like that there's different tribes, and I like the fact that okay, Tatooine used to be a sea, and blah blah blah.
Have you watched it
and
yet?
There's the whole like
Boba
Doom
Fett?
shit
Oh.
going on right now.
I think it's a warm up to Obi-Wan.
Oh yeah.
So Kenobi, yeah.
You watched Mandalorian though, innit? You watched
Then that comes,
Mandalorian though,
everything's
didn't you?
done.
Yeah,
Everything's
yeah.
done. Everything's done.
I still haven't finished Clone Wars.
Hey, don't even. I mean, I'm saying.
Clone Wars,
I can't believe
Rebels.
you watched that, man. I can't believe you watched that.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
I
Okay.
haven't watched Clone Wars, and I still like in terms of the timeline. I still need to watch Clone Wars, and I need to watch Rebels, and then the trilogy.
Wow.
I
like,
can't
Last
lie.
Jedi
If Doctor
and
Strange
all of
don't
those.
slap, wait. If
Rogue
Doctor
One.
Strange don't
I
slap,
haven't seen all of those.
if Doctor Strange don't slap, and
Doctor Strange will slap, but him himself, I'm not expecting great stuff.
Star Wars will start to ascend and have its number one again at some point.
No, Star Wars is dead, man.
Watch.
Star Wars is done.
They-
Watch.
they-
No. All you need to see is that.
The movie is
Him and
gonna
the
be,
lightsaber. Ooh, him.
Nah, it's done. It's done.
Star Wars is finished in terms of all of that. It's still popular. It's still
Nah, it's
heavily
not finished.
like, big franchise.
It's not
yeah,
finished.
It's not
Finished,
finished.
man.
What?
It's
Ewan
not
McGregor and
Skywalker.
Hayden Christian fighting.
Marvel is
Listen,
a machine
give me
at
that.
this point.
Give me
like,
that.
it's finished.
Great.
Give me that,
Obviously,
man.
we saw Luke come back. And
CJ Luke, stop that, man. CJ
done,
Luke.
man.
CJ Luke, that don't care. That don't count. That don't count.
Don't tell me you didn't scream. Nah.
What? CJ Luke?
Yeah.
Respect yourself.
Come on, man.
Respect yourself.
When the green lights
No,
are
respect
on,
yourself.
Come on.
Sorry for it,
Respect
it was
yourself.
good.
Don't tell me weren't
You think I
excited.
was screaming in my chair with CJ Luke? CJ Luke. You need to actually respect yourself.
Yeah, the effects didn't. Yeah, the effects didn't really piss me
I
off.
can't believe this. Now,
Like-
in Mandalorian, at the end of Mandalorian,
Like,
when you saw that it was obviously a CGI fake young Luke.
Before that, when he came in, you're telling me you weren't excited.
the effects didn't really piss me off.
It's just face.
Jesus.
Crazy. So when Ewan McGregor's out there, Obi-Wan, you're not gonna be screaming.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
But I'm
exactly.
saying the saga's done, but it's
He said the
strange.
saga's done. He said that.
No, I'm saying the Skywalker saga's done.
Who cares about Skywalker? Skywalker. What's
No,
about?
but that time period.
No,
is
it's
done.
not. No,
We
it's
know
not.
what
I'm sorry. No, it's
happened
not.
at the end
No,
of
it's not. No, it's not. You know why?
Obviously,
You know why it's not.
We got the High
Wait,
Republic,
no.
Old Republic,
No,
whatever.
no.
that-
You know why you're wrong? You know wrong? Because we never actually got to see Darth Vader do his thing. We never actually got to see the scope of what Darth Vader was or who he was. All that time period between when Anakin. When Anakin. See, now you're getting a little bit more respect. The struggle that Anakin has in Darth Vader.
Stand up, you couldn't. I was like, bro.
And then realizing, oh yeah, shit, I'm actually a little pussy of puppy. Like, I need that, and I need to search for everyone. I need to get disciplined. Nah, I don't need to see it.
I don't see that.
I don't need to see it. Nah.
He thinks it's madness.
Yeah,
I hope Rogue Squadron's good because I've read the comics and they're really good. So
I mean, Star Wars always the new stuff.
yeah,
New things. Hey, who's doing that? Isn't that the one that did one? I
Wonder
take that.
Woman
Maybe
84.
to take that from someone. Give someone else.